Enggak, maksudnya like what do we have? What? Adelaide. Adelaide. I don't know how to say. It feels like a spicy meat. Not bad.
You're sitting in my chair, but you don't realize I kinda like it there, but I don't know why. It's always sunny with you, even when it rains. Those tiny habits I adore.
But I wondered if we go to a place where I can show you all the little ways that you affect me. And if I show you signs, we won't ever cross that line. So I just gotta ask, don't you know I felt it? I know you can see it in my eyes when I'm by your side. Kinda hard, you held it, falling out the moment, stuck in time. That changed your mind. I adore the way that you can dance around the room, lighten up my mood. Maybe it's all in my head and I am just a fool.
Yeah, but first.
Now it's getting late, tired of it. So if I take a seat, will you join me?
They have all the specific things.
You're feeling far away from here. Except when the music plays softly in my ears. I'd kinda like a taste, or does that sound insane? Like a little love tonight.
So I wondered if we'd go to a place where I could show you all the little ways that you affect me. And if I show you signs where we won't ever cross that line. So I just gotta don't you know?
Bonjour! Today we're going to Paris for a day trip.
C'est drôle, je ne sais pourquoi. Ça me fait toujours penser à toi. Pour plein d'autres gens, c'est la magie. L'amour, les plaquettes, Paris. Toujours au même endroit. Comme si c'était hier, je te vois. Pour plein d'autres gens, c'est la magie. L'amour, les paquettes, Paris. Je vois les lumières, les paillettes, la tour Eiffel, la Seine, la fête. Mais moi, quand j'arrive sur cette rue, c'est toi, ne réponds plus. Même si je ne te revois pas, tu seras toujours une partie de moi. Pour plein d'autres gens, c'est la magie. L'amour, paquette, Paris. Les fous rires sur ces marches résonnent dans ma mémoire. Je les emporte là où je passe. Je vois les lumières, les paillettes, la tour Eiffel, la Seine, la fête. Mais moi, quand j'arrive sur cette rue, je pense à toi qui ne réponds plus. Pour moi, ce n'est pas juste une ville, c'est l'histoire de nos passions juvéniles. Pour plein d'autres gens, c'est la magie, l'amour, les paquettes, Paris. Je vais avec les autres. Le temps passe plus mal que bien. C'est comme ça. Et toi, que fais-tu? Es-tu content de tout? Je suis là devant toi, toujours la même. En pour toi, est-ce encore toi que j'aime, que j'aime, que
Sebenarnya banyak tahu-tahu.
My chest is hurting, my feet can't fall out of bed. I don't know where to go, so I'll
Wish more
lay
birds are
here
flying.
with my symptoms of sorrow and dread. I said it would fade, but again so busy. Now that I'm alone, where did you go? Tell me why. Why can't you live at home tonight and stay with me inside? It's nice. Please, I wanna see what we would be if you were by my side. Make me feel lonely soon. You might not know me, I wish I could. But I can't deny. My chest is hurting, my feet can't fall out of bed. I don't know where to go, so I'll lay here instead with my symptoms of sorrow and dread. They said it would fade, but again and again. I love, I love, I love, I love, I love. I love, I
Excuse me.
I'm stuck in my bed. Nowhere to go, so I'll lay here instead. My symptoms of sorrow instead. They all said it would fade, but again and again. I love, I love, I love, I love, I love, I love. I love her. I love, I love,
Adele kan? Bukan ya?
Call me poetic, a hopeless romantic, but this just cannot be helped. Romantic comedies to blame, oh don't look at me. Is that the main cause of this mess? Hey, I think I'm sick with some sort of disease. Is it your eyes, or is it just me? Oh Lord God, my heart, for it is too weak for love.
Lantai.
How strange to dream of you And all the little things you do, even if I'm wide awake. I know it's awkward, cause you're not the type to fall into love, but you're not too late. And so even if I'll just be a friend of the sun, I can still stay